Today it's time to learn the left hand to phrase 4. Here is how it is. Remember that you are supposed to be playing your bass notes with ghost octaves where your finger 1 is making an octave hand shape with finger 5, but only finger 5 is playing. So that was just like phrase 1 from our previous video, only instead of having the very low A, phrase 4 of part A has this A, which is similar to how phrase 2 begins. Go back to yesterday's video in order to get practice methods and pedaling advice. I'll now show you the keys for phrase 3 and 4 in a row, but like I alluded to a long time ago, phrase 3 and 4 are so similar because phrase 3 is the same as phrase 1, and it will start with this very low A, and like I just said, phrase 4 is all the same except it starts with this A. So here are phrase 3 and 4 in a row. For a little more variety and to practice my touch, I made the bass notes quite loud and I tried to make the chords a little bit soft. Whenever you play the music for real, I would recommend soft bass notes and very soft chords. How soft you can make your chords will depend on the instrument you're playing on. On a keyboard, a digital keyboard I mean, you will probably be able to play more softly than you'll actually be able to play on an acoustic piano. And also, whenever you learn how to use the damper pedal, if you don't already know, you will be able to play softer when you use the damper pedal as well, because the damper pedal lifts the dampers off the strings and makes it easier to make sound when pushing the keys. Here is phrase 1, 2, 3, 4 for part A, left hand only. The sound of both hands is often so difficult to create. Here is phrase 4 with both hands in super slow motion. Don't be embarrassed or feel guilty to play incredibly slowly when learning both hands. I've mentioned it before. Playing both hands is not twice as hard as playing one hand. It's 4 times as difficult or 8 times as difficult. There is definitely a geometric relationship here, not just a simple twice as hard situation. I hope you're able to figure that out at home. I'll play it again and I'll stop after each measure because I like to play a little quickly and stop after each measure, and I can totally get my bearings during that time that I'm stopping. I'm not stopping for a certain number of beats. I'm just stopping until I feel like my mind is ready to do another sprint of trying to do a measure quickly. This is a practice method to play quicker that I haven't talked about before, but you could apply it to all kinds of things. If you do it very consistently, like you're able to stop every single measure, it can build a lot of self-control. And also, it's fun to take a little leap and to try to play quicker than you're used to. Now here's the sound of phrase 3 and 4 with both hands. I'll try playing very slowly, just so you can play along at home. Oh, I feel part B, I can hear it in my head. That'll be for a future video though. So I'll play all of part A now with both hands, and good luck learning it and being gentle with yourself as you figure it out. Remember that practicing something and getting a little bit better at it right then when you're practicing is pretty much good enough, because while you're sleeping, your brain will be processing the physical skill you're teaching it. And when you come back the next day, you may have forgotten some that you did, but you will very likely get back to the level where you left off the previous day in much less time. And as you do that small gain day after day, you eventually will just be able to pick up where you left off, and you'll have a new physical skill. Think of it as how many days you practice a new passage instead of how many times you do it on any single day. Studies do show that doing it too much on any single day will often have less long-term retention than you might expect, and spreading it out over many days will get the same result in a little bit less practice time and with a little bit less stress. You'll just have to have a lot more patience. Here is part A, all 4 phrases, both hands. For those of you who don't have a pedal or don't know how to use the damper pedal yet, I'll go ahead and play without pedal, just so you can hear that sound as well. Two more points I want to mention are, you should really notice that my right hand is not playing nearly as detached as my left hand. There are moments where my left hand lets go of the chords quite early, but the right hand still holds on. No one's able to do this at first. At first, you may really feel like the two hands are locked together and you can't let go of one without letting go of the other. So it'll need a lot of conscious concentration to play at the same time. And then with a force of will, let go of the other one while still holding on to this one. Understand that a lot of the problems of piano playing happen to everybody. It's just we need to confront them and overcome them. So, play your left hand chords, let go in order to go back down, but make sure your right hand is still trying to be legato as much as it can be. And in a previous video, I mentioned how, in my opinion, you're allowed to let go of this F if you need it to make your fingers ready for the ornament. The other point I want to mention before finishing part A is related to that, and that is that even though the left hand is written as quarter notes, we don't hold them for their full value because we wouldn't have enough time to get to the keys if we held them for their full value. So it is a convention of piano playing that even though the music looks like that, we do let go of our low notes and our chords whenever we need to get to the next position, and we let them go early, and we do not make the next beat come any sooner. There's just a period of time where we are traveling between chords and low notes. The beat is still steady, but we're cutting everything as short as we need to in order to get to the next position without feeling harried. The bigger the leap, you may let go of the notes sooner if you have a bigger leap. So like I was trying to say, the bigger the leap, the sooner you let go of the chord or the low note. That concludes our training for Part A left hand and an attempt to get you started playing Part A with both hands. And the last video had me trying to train you about syncopated pedaling. So please consult that and other pedaling videos on my channel in order to get an idea about how that works. Because I had Part B in my head whenever I was finishing Part A phrase 4, I'll just have fun and play it now. I might slip, I might mess up, and I don't have the camera angle right for you to see the highest notes of Part B, but I'll just go ahead and play. I think I'll also play Part A prime, where Part A comes back for just 2 phrases. You do phrase 1, and then you do phrase 4, kind of. And I'll stop before going into the 2 phrases that are new material. Now I add an extra note here because A prime needs an E, I think. Here's A prime now. It's all the same. And now here's an altered version of phrase 4. I'll slow down so you can see it. I do a different fingering in measure 2. And then measure 3 is different. Of course, measure 4 is different also. And that'll be that next part. I didn't talk about playing one hand louder than the other in this pair of videos to teach you Part A left hand, so you could consult my Satie video on that. I'll link it in the description. Good luck learning Part A with the left hand, and good luck learning Part A with both hands.